one who went to the cross for us. In the name of the one God, Creator, Redeemer, and Sustainer. Amen. Amen. Please be seated. It's been a while since anyone else the cloud came to me. Again, good morning, church. Looking toward the Lenten season, beginning this Wednesday with Ash Wednesday, we enter a period of introspection and reflection. Who we are as a people of faith, as the body of Christ, as the church. How we live out our faith. How we proclaim Jesus to the world. And what his ultimate sacrifice and resurrection means to us, and to whom we are to share this great gift. So as we meditate on the readings during these 40 days of Lent, they help us determine the face we present to the world. What do those who may not know God, what do those who are seeking something more than the world has to offer, what do people see when they see us? What face do we project to the world as followers of Jesus of Nazareth? To answer that question this morning, I'd like to preach and teach from the topic, the text, the subject, the face, the human face. The face tells all. And Emmanuel Levinas was a 20th century philosopher from France, and he died in 1995, but before he died, he gave us an understanding of the face that has implications for the church today. For Levinas, the face is a living expression. The face speaks. No words are necessary. The face does all of the talking. The face communicates. I'm looking at faces right now. Okay. But we can see someone off in the distance, right? We see someone off in the distance. We look like that looks like, that walks like, But it is only when that person turns around and we actually see the face that we know that is the person, that all of the data we were collecting is confirmed, that the identity of that person is confirmed. The face speaks and says, yes, I am that person. The face says, yeah, that's me. You got it right. The face lifts up a person's humanity. The face lifts up the commandment, thou shalt not kill. That's why good is placed over the face of a person being executed. Because you cannot see, if you see the face, it is difficult to kill someone. And so we have to block the face. We have to dehumanize the person, make that person into an object, a thing, by taking away the face. I mean, that's why people can be so nasty online. So hateful online. On Facebook, on Twitter. Because they can't see the face, they can't see the person. People can be disrespected when the face is not seen, or the face is disregarded. To dehumanize someone is to disregard the face that bears God's image. And so when you disrespect someone, anyone, when you disrespect the face that reflects the image of God, you disrespect God. The face speaks and invites others into a relationship. Ultimately, the Word of God speaks through the face. The face that reflects God's image into the world and calls for conversion of how people live their lives. The face tells on us. The face tells all. We have to be careful because our face tells on us. Right there. The face lets us know we're happy, when we're sad, that is Sinai in the first lesson. What does the face say about being in the presence of God? Can people tell when you've been in the presence of God? Should you have a different look on your face when you've been in the presence of God? And since leaving Egypt, since leaving bondage, Moses has had to deal with God's stiff-necked people. And we know that they are stiff-necked because the Bible tells us they were stiff-necked. Always complaining, always finding fault, undermining Moses at every twist and turn. God has been good to them, but they just don't seem to get it. So they've been given a 40-year time out, wandering in the wilderness to get their act together. I mean, they don't realize that it is only by the grace of God that they are where they are. God heard their cry. He freed them from Pharaoh's wrath. God got them through the Red Sea. God promised them land of their own. God's provided manna. Their every need has been met, and still they complain. Still they complain. They act up. They mess up. Moses finds himself pleading on behalf of God's people, the God that God don't hurt. God don't take him out. God forgive him. Give him one more chance. And we know that Moses had gone up the mountain and had come down with 2 tablets, right? On which were written the 10 Commandments. But the people tested Moses. They got on his last nerve. And he broke it. He broke the first set of tablets. So now he's gone back up on the mountain in chapter 34 of the book of Exodus, the second book of the law, the second book of Tanakh, from which this morning's reading is taken. Moses is again in the presence of God, and God directs him again. Go get 2 more. Bring them to me. We're going to try this again. And God writes the very same 10 Commandments on the new set. The words that govern the relationship between God and God's people. Relationship. It's about relationship. There is more conversation between God and Moses, but really God is doing all the talking, and Moses is just, listening. And then after 40 days and 40 nights, Moses comes down off Mount Sinai, and the reading tells us, as he came down from the mountain with the 2 tablets of the covenant in his hand, Moses did not know that the skin of his face shone because he had been talking with God. Moses had been in God's presence, and God's brilliance, God's divine brilliance had rubbed off onto Moses, because Moses had been in God's presence. The divine glow that confirms Moses had been in the presence of God is on display for everybody. That's more than everybody. Everybody to see. No one has to ask where he's been. All they have to do is look at him, and they know he has been with God. Do people know when you've been in the presence of God? The glow. Moses' glow is so brilliant that he has to put a veil over his face. The veil is not to protect him, it is to protect the people, because that glow is so brilliant. It is difficult to look at it. If it was here, we had to put on shades. We all had to put on sunglasses, because that glow is so brilliant. Moses' face telegraphs what it means to be close to God, what it means to be in the presence of God, and that there is a special relationship between God and Moses. The face tells all. The face tells all. There is one thing I'm going to constantly reflect on and preach about here in this place. place in this church. And it is the fact that St. Luke's is an historically black church. And in the black church worship service, it is the place where God is fully present in the midst of the community of faith. And God's presence evokes an emotional response. I'm not saying you got to flip-flop down the aisle. But God's presence evokes an emotional response. This isn't to say that God is not in other worship services, but it is to say that God in the black worship experience is experienced, bodily experience. There is passion. God is bodily experienced in the black church and it shows on people's faces. There is a quotation on one of the walls of the African American Museum of Heritage and Culture that reads something like this. God gave us culture, but black people gave us style. There is a certain style in black worship that lets you know that God is in this place. There is a difference between being in a worship experience and experiencing worship. People can be in a worship experience, a worship service. People can be in church and feel absolutely nothing. Right? Absolutely nothing. They've been in church all their lives. You saw my sermon. But to experience worship, the people have to be open to the movement of the Holy Spirit. And they have to be open to the presence of God. They have to be open to being transformed by being in the presence of God. And it shows on their faces. It is an intimate experience being in the presence of God that transforms the entire body. And that transformation, that change caused by God's glory, by God's light is seen on the face. There is a glow. The face tells all. The human face is a conduit of God's word into the world. The face is a messenger of God. You know, sometimes the body can hurt, right? The body can hurt. And it shows on your face. Your face isn't hurting. Your body's hurt. But it shows on your face. When the body has been in the presence of God, open to the workings of the Holy Spirit, and transformation has taken place, it shows on the face. So how could Moses not be changed by being in God's presence? One might say that the people actually have to be stiff-necked, not to be changed. Moses' face, his shining face, let everyone know he has a special relationship with God. That Moses and God share something special. Moses' shining face lets everyone know that he has been close to God and is close to God. How can you not be changed after being in the presence of God? Moses' face is changing, is shining. It is saying, I've been with God. God is real. Because the face reflects who we are, how we feel. The face is our bulletin board to the world. As Moses came down the mountain, if there was any doubt that God was up on that mountain, all doubt was cast aside because of the type of glow that was emanating from Moses' face. A glow that can only come from being in the presence of God. One day, a friend of mine, a young lady, and she is Episcopalian, was shopping. And if you knew her, you know that she does have a special relationship with God. She was shopping, and this woman comes up to her, and she says, you don't know me, and I don't know you. But I can see God in you, and I need you to pray for me, because I know your prayers get to God. My friend, the young lady, was taken aback. She didn't know this lady. She's out shopping. But I can tell you she does have a special relationship in the church, which is the body of Christ. How can that happen if God is in the midst of God's people? Could it be that the bulletin boards, as we leave church, are not saying that God is in there, you need to come and get you some? That if you want a relationship with God, if you want some of what we have, you need to come in here and get it? That when the body of Christ comes back together and creates space for the Holy Spirit to do her thing, something powerful takes place, something glorious happens. Could it be that the faces of the faithful are sending the wrong message when they leave church? Could it be that the folks don't look happy, don't look joyful when they leave church? And I know for me, there are times when I leave church, leave worship, the weight of the day just comes back, and I put it aside and leave it in worship. And as I think about worship, about the clothes, everything my list to do just comes down. And it seems like as soon as I say, go in peace to love and serve the Lord, and the people say, thanks be to God, you go, it's back on me. Comes back with a fury. And I have to make a conscious effort to know that I have been in the presence of God. I know the tasks to be done during the rest of the day, the problems, the irons will show on my face if I don't say no. I have been in the presence of God. But you know, there's something trying to erase my joy. Something trying to erase my joy. A Satan trying to erase my joy. And I know in this church we don't like talking about Satan all that much. But Satan is real. And Satan waits for the service to finish. No, sometimes Satan is waiting up by the community. And as you're walking back, say, no, I'm going to take your joy, I'm going to steal your joy. Satan is to remind us of all the stuff that we think God can fix. Satan is there trying to steal our joy. Satan wants to sow seeds of confusion, and the seeds of confusion show on the faces of the faithful when they go out the doors of the church. Whenever the faithful are in the presence of God, whenever the faithful are in the presence of God, Satan shows up to do his recruiting. He'd rather get one of God's own than someone who does not know God. So Satan is always looking around church trying to take people's joy. And you know how you know Satan is looking around church? There's conflict. There's gossip. There are rumors. Satan lurking, trying to throw stuff into the game. You know, remember Israel? God has done everything, right? They should be happy. But what's going on? Satan is using God's own people to sow seeds of confusion to where people are saying, we'd rather be back under Pharaoh's oppression than to go forward into freedom. That doesn't make any sense. But that's what Satan will do. You know, what would happen, because we know that Satan is around. The scripture tells us, we see Jesus in the wilderness, and he was tempted by Satan, and Satan hasn't been successful, but scripture says Satan left for a more opportune time. Satan's always looking for a more opportune time. Satan's always looking for that time to erase the people's joy. And if the folks out there don't see joy on the faces of the people when they leave the church, why would they want to come to church? People can be miserable all on their own. What would it be like if the faithful walked out of the church and said, get behind the Satan, you're not stealing my job? And folks passing go like, what is going on in that place? Folks look so happy. Something's going on. And they start asking like, what's going on? You know, we're happy. God is in there. They said, well, we need to come. He said, well, if you need God, if you need what we got, you need to and the disciples. It just so happens this time the disciples are awake, because most times they don't wake. So they're up there and they see Moses and Elijah with Jesus, and so Peter says, hey, can we stay here? We like it up here. No, you can't stay there, because that's in the past. That's in the past. You can't stay there. You got to come down off that mountain and go where God is calling you. But too many people want to stay up on that mountain and by real estate on the mountaintop. But you can't do that. You can't do that. We have to be in a community together. Internet church won't get it, because we have to build a relationship. Relationship is made eyeball to eyeball, person to person. Every now and then you stay home and watch church on TV, but you got to come to church. And so as we look at this transformation that comes from being in the presence of God, we have to recognize that every time the body of Christ gathers in this place, God is in our midst. And every time we are in this place, in the presence of God, we are transformed. And then we take that transformation out into the world, and people see it on our faces. And then they want to come and get what we have where we get it. The face. It is the face that lets people know we have a special relationship with God, that we have been in the presence of God, and that we have been transformed. We have been made new. So let your light shine. Let your face shine. Your special light that tells the world that you have been in God's presence and you have been transformed. Be God's bulletin board to the world, because the world needs God and the world needs you. This world needs St. Luke's. Be God's bulletin board in the world. Tell everybody that God is here, that God is in this place, and we are God's people. So come on in and get you